So let's scramble this one a little bit and then solve it. So what I'll be using to solve this one is always the same algorithm. I usually keep everything on this side here, so blue channel here, and then we have red channel there on top right, and everything I'll do will be based on this movement. So the basic one will be I shift everything one position here, lift the up right corner up, and shift it backwards and put it back down. So by doing so, nothing changes here, okay? And what happens is that we just started rotating, so permuting all these pieces around. So green went here, this one went there, and so on. And of course, same thing happens symmetrically on the other side. And this is very important because everything we do on one channel happens opposite on the other channels. We just need to solve half in a way, but because of the color scheme, we'll have to look at both sides in the end. So let's put that on in the right position. Then there's another thing I need to mention as well, which is we can use this movement with, for instance, 2 balls if we want. So we can do exactly the same thing. So it's not easy with the table. Okay, done. So we can do that one with 2 balls if we want. And we can also do it with 3 balls. Okay, so with 3 balls, what happens is that, for instance, if I put 3 here and then I shift 3 positions back and I lift it down, what happens is that this went here, this went there, those 3 went here. Of course, the opposite happened there. So green went there, orange went here, and orange went there. And so I can now put everything back, lift it down, put it back. If I do this by 9 positions, so shift 9 in one direction, lift it up, and then shift 9 backwards in the same direction, doesn't matter, we'll get another thing which is very useful. So we just swap those 2 with those 2, okay? And pretty much this is everything you need to solve Astrolabacus. Everything else comes by intuition, if I can say so. So let's continue using this one here, scramble a bit more, and start solving this. Okay, so how do I solve this one here? Usually I start by solving the blue channels. So I start by this one here, then that one there, and finally this one here. So we can already see that this one, it's blue and the opposite green. So this is the same one, are in the right position. We need to search for a few more. So let's have a look on here. Oh, this one here happens to be, should be here. So let's put them together. Bring this one up. We need to take 1 ball from there, and now we have those 2 together and bring it down. So those 2, blue and green, are now in the right position. Let's do the same again. Now we need to scan for where the other one might be. So there's a blue here, which we need to look at this side, so it's not the correct one. There's a blue there. Let's look what's here in the middle, so it's not correct one. There's another blue there, which is the same, so none of these ones are correct. This one is not correct, and none of these are actually correct, so I reckon it will be one of these here on the bottom. So let me have a look. It's again the same. Yeah, so there it is. So this one here, see, it's green one. So let's bring that one up. Don't forget where that one is. So it's here, and put it there. And now should be solved this channel. Pretty easy. So what comes next? Solving this one. This one will be blue orange. So this one again happens to be in the right position. I actually like it to start from one corner and then fill it up, so I'll put it there. So let's find another one. Another blue orange one. Oh, here. So this one here is blue orange. So let's bring it up. So that one there on top. And now let's lift this channel up, put them together, and there it is. So we can have a look. So those two are actually correct, right? So one missing, which happens to be here. So orange, blue, see those two there. So bring it around, lift that one up, put them together, and now should be solved. Okay, so 3 orange here, 3 blue there, done. So whatever is left now in here. So let's have a look. So this one is left usually. Now I start by put them here, and then in the end I'll bring everything here. So let's put them together. Done. Always be careful to keep those ones untouched, so you can do everything except changing those in position. So where is the last one missing? Oh, there in the bottom. This one is annoying because it's exactly that one there. So let's have a look what we can do to bring it out. And that one will be a bit tricky. Okay, let's do this another way. So let's remove those two there. Done. And now the one that is left, let's swap. So swap. And again, they should now be together. And let's put it here. Anyway, you can do whatever you want to finish. It's not hard. So now we need to gather all red ones here. So how many do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3 plus 1 there. So let's put them together. Okay, so I'll put those two there. Join this one there. Bring it back. So now I have all red ones in there. Let's now have a look what happens on the other side. So on the other side we do have red ones. So those ones are also red ones. Actually, the red ones missing. So what I will do is I will put 2 here. Bring those ones which are actually red ones on the other side here. Okay. And now I will swap. Swap everything here on this corner. Done. Okay. And we know that these ones are actually red ones, right? And we know that they should go in here because remember these ones in here are the only ones that are not red. So let's put it there. Bring those ones back. So now on this side should everything be red. See? So now let's swap again. There it is. So now we have all red ones here, and now we need to look at. It's actually very convenient. That's what I like. So we can happen that all greens are here, so no problem. We can have 1 orange and 3 oranges. If we have 1 orange or 3 oranges, we have a problem, which is we need to flip that one with that, but we can't. We can always swap 2 pieces, not just one. So what I will do is I'll shift everything by 3, and I'll solve everything again. So I'll start again with putting the blue ones in the right place. Okay, and so here we go. So I'll put the blue there, and now I need to put this one here, which means I need to take those 3 out, put it back. Now I have this channel solved. Now I need to put that blue one there, which means I will need to take this one from here first. And now I'll be able to put it finally there. And there it is. So now I'm back in the same position. So let's have a look again on where are the red ones. So this one is actually red on the other side. See it here. So we need to swap those 3 with the red ones so that they already stay in the right position, and everything here should actually now swap with everything that is in the other end. So let's again shift 9, lift that one up, shift 9 again, and done. So everything should now be red here, so let's put red in the right place. And now we see that we have only those 2 to flip. So how will I do this? Very simple. So let's first of all put them out of the channel, bring the green in now, bring another red one and create this situation here, okay? So that whenever now I swap those 3, I can then swap those 2. So let's do that one. So 9, shift by 9, put it back. There it is. Now I know that these 2 should actually swap because this green one should be here. So I'll put it down below, put it back, and again I'll shift 9 and put everything back in place. So this is very much about intuition. There is nothing here like fancy moves or anything like that. It's always the same basic principles, and I'm putting all green ones in place. So now it seems to be solved. Let's look what happens on the other side. Well, many situations can occur here, and I will explain with one example. So let's grab this one here first, and what happens is that what I use, very inconvenient to solve this part here, is swap always 2 pieces, and by swapping 2 pieces you can always arrange it in a way to finish here. And the way I do it is I swap those 2 here. So I push those 2 out of the channel, okay? I save this one there on the bottom, and I put it back. So now this one was the second one before, now it's the first one that goes in the channel. The one that was first in the channel now goes in second position, and now everything back. So by doing this, I swap those 2. I actually swapped those 2, but they are both red on this side, so you don't see it. And I swapped those 2 there. Okay, so based on this, you can always arrange setup moves that you place the pieces you want to swap there and here, and then you finish solving the puzzle. In this case here, so I'll put everything back again. So in this case here, what we need to do is think a little bit how to apply this algorithm or this technique. So pretty much, if I shift those 2 in this position, see, so I can swap those 2, so nothing happens here. those two will swap. Okay, we'll see about that later. And what is more important is these two will swap. So if these two will swap, let's do it first and then I'll explain. So let's put it there, put it back, put it back, and put it back. So what happens now is, what we did is we ended up sending this green here to that place here. So whenever now we rotate everything, everything and bring green here, this side here will flip and we finish the puzzle. So let's do exactly that. So, and the puzzle is now solved. So pretty much those situations that can occur in here are easy to solve. You might have to rotate this one around it to create some setup moves. For instance, imagine that we wanted to swap, I don't know, let's imagine, so we do this once or twice and you'll see. So we did this one once, we do it again, just, oops, actually, so we do it again, yeah. Okay, so if we do it twice, for instance, the green is already there, so we are rotating this one here. And what happened here is that we send now this greens one around here. So like for instance, we could swap now these two if we wanted to. Okay. And pretty much that's it. So let's for instance swap it so that you can have a look on how that one would look like, for instance, in a situation. So there it is. Now it's swapped. Now of course we need to rotate everything back again so that we bring the green one in this position. And we'll see how it looks like. See? So for instance now those two are swapped. So let's again finish this one. So for instance if we rotate that one twice, okay, we see now that the ones we want. So again we do the same thing. 1, 1, 1. And now we start putting things in position. So everything can be done with just the simple algorithm. And okay, I think I messed up. So let's do, probably did something wrong. So anyway, let's solve it, which is actually quite good. So for instance, if we have this situation here, what I would do is actually I would swap first those two, because I know that later on I can flip it. So if I want to swap those two, I would send this one back there. And now those ones are in position, so I can apply the algorithm I mentioned. 1, 2, there, put it back, put it back. So now they are flipped again. So what we do is, that's the one I mentioned before, I'll be swapping those two and then putting everything back again. So let's do exactly that. So 1, 2, save that one there, put it back, 1, 2, there it is. And now we need to bring this green here, so we push that one out, we bring one of those in, push again out, and bring in, and we do this as many times as needed until we finish, and the puzzle is now complete. And that's what I wanted to show today. Might have different cases, but everything's solved based on what you just saw here.